On his first day at work at his own company, with the face of a handsome young man, the 80-year-old chaebol tycoon noticed that his own daughter was paying him special attention. He immediately suspected she had a secret crush on him. His daughter had no idea that the handsome young man standing before her was actually her father. Dongwoo took the opportunity to ask about his daughter's situation. When he heard that she was being isolated and treated differently at the company, he was furious. This sudden outburst of paternal love left everyone baffled. When Dongwoo visited the humble home of the underdog Hwang Junhyun for the first time, the moment he pushed open the door, the chairman, who had lived a life of luxury, was completely dumbfounded. The room was cramped and cluttered, with soccer posters plastered on the walls and cheap jerseys hanging from them. What devastated him most was the sight of cockroaches as big as mice. Dongwoo let out the most piercing scream of his life and fled the house in sheer terror, sprinting all the way to the riverbank. Determined to return to his former life of luxury and excess, he remembered his dragon head cane, which held a shocking secret. Dongwoo then leveraged his status as a victim to make an outlandish compensation demand to the most prosperous group. He wanted to join the company as an intern. And so, the former chairman of a conglomerate transformed into Hwang Junhyun, a lowly intern at his own company, while the senior employee assigned to mentor him was none other than his youngest daughter, who was hiding her true identity. Believing him to be clueless about workplace etiquette, she dragged him into the stairwell for a scolding, unaware that the man standing before her was her own father. He warned her to quit immediately, but she mistook him for a spy sent by her brother. The two played a dangerous game of cat and mouse, each testing the limits of their secret identities. At the office, Dongwoo also encountered his most loyal secretary, Executive Director Lee, who looked at this newly arrived intern with deep suspicion. Yet, a single sentence from Dongwoo brought him to tears. After work, Dongwoo didn't leave. Using the chairman's master account, which hadn't yet been deactivated, he logged into the company's internal server and downloaded all the board meeting minutes. Then, with practiced ease, he made his way to the chairman's office and opened the secret safe that only he knew about. Calmly, he took several gold bars and a black card with no spending limit, then checked into the hotel's most luxurious presidential suite to enjoy life. Extravagant haute couture gowns and expensive watches, to him, this was still a life of hardship. After all, he used to be a South Korean super chaebol worth hundreds of billions. The next day, he sent a mysterious envelope to his secretary. In the conference room, all the top executives of most prosperous group gathered, and the secretary announced a handwritten letter from Chairman Kong, who had briefly regained consciousness. The heir to the most prosperous group would no longer be determined by bloodline. All employees were eligible to become chairman. The chaebol siblings flew into a rage on the spot. They intended to question the letter's authenticity, but the secretary produced 3 handwriting analysis reports from authoritative institutions in different countries, proving that the handwriting was 100% Chairman Kang's. Just as the siblings assumed this was merely the secretary's scheme and were still scheming over who would succeed the chairman, the heavy doors of the conference room were flung open, and Dongwoo, with Hwang Junhyun's face, strode in arrogantly.